We light the ceremonial lamp each year as the first lantern that gets lit of the evening. And this evening we have our chaplain, Chaplain Bob, and he's going to do a blessing during the lighting of the ceremonial lantern. So here's Chaplain Bob.
Good evening, everyone. It is said in the scriptures, the book of Genesis, that God enjoyed to take a walk in the cool of the evening with Adam and Eve. May God enjoy walking with us this sacred night. There is a verse in the scriptures that's just 3 words, just 3, and it is powerful. It is from John's Gospel. John was describing a scene when Jesus just heard the news that his best friend Lazarus died. The verse is 3 words, and he wept. Jesus was a teacher and a rabbi, and he wasn't supposed to do that. He wasn't supposed to weep openly, but he had a broken heart for one of his closest friends had passed. Despite the smile on our faces this night, all of us have broken hearts. We have lost someone, maybe many years ago, or maybe last month, and our hearts are broken. It is a testimony to each of us and our willingness to love. Because when you love, you live, but you also have your hearts broken. There are 2 things we must do this night as our candle is lit. There was an old country western singer, Kenny Rogers. Anyone remember Kenny Rogers? You got to know when to hold them, and you got to know when to fold them. This night we must do both. We must do our very best to hold on to those sweet memories we have of our loved ones. Our memory is one of our greatest gifts, to bring them here, whether they passed many years ago or just a while ago. To the power of our memory, we can bring their mana, their energy. May you bring them with you always. They have given you life and given you identity. May we hold on. May we know when to hold them. But folks, we know the hardest thing to do is to fold them, to let go. That is some very difficult stuff. Death is a very powerful thing, the second most powerful force on the face of the earth. We must let go and let that greater force of God's love and our love give us the courage to let go and let our ancestors, our kupuna, find their way to the other side. Oh, we have many different traditions here, Christian, Buddhist, Jewish, Hawaiian. And we don't know what's on the other side, none of us do. But we can have faith that there is another place and another time when our God will hold on to our loved ones and never, ever, ever let them go. So may each of us be able to know when to hold them and know when to fold them. My friends, will everyone please stand? Turn towards the shore. Turn towards the sea, to the distant shore, to infinity, to a place that makes us uncertain, but also makes us feel so loved. Before we begin our prayer, we need to bring our loved ones right here. Remember them, the smiles on their faces, the sound in their voices, a moment you shared in the kitchen, a moment you shared of friendship and joy. We pause now on sacred ground to hold on. Give our ancestors a moment of memory.
And now let us chant the Buddhist scripture Vandana Anti-Sarana. That means we take refuge in the Buddha's teachings, and gathering for listening to the teachings. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to him, the exalted one, the enlightened one, the supremely awakened one. Buddhaṃ saranam gacchami, Dhammaṃ saranam gacchami. I go to the Buddha for guidance. I go to the Dhamma for guidance. I go to the Sangha for guidance. Namo Amida Butsu, 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 Namo Amida Butsu